Hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion Morning. Happy Friday, everybody. We got there. I don't know about you, but for a short week, it seemed like a long week, but we made it. It's Friday. Get through the day today, and it's the weekend again. You got this. You got this. And I'm here to help share some smiles and a ton of positivity to get your Friday started. Yeah, hopefully it wasn't too bad a week for you. Like I said, it's felt like a long week for me, but that's okay. It's all good. Things are great, and just happy to be here on a Friday and be with you on a Friday. Good morning, Marianne. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming along on this journey. Happy to see you. Happy to see you. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us this morning. What are we talking about on this day? It is May 30th, Friday, May 30th, 2025. Well, it's always good to save a little money, even if you may be spending a little more money. But there are some opportunities that came out yesterday to save a little money while you're spending that money. That's because, especially if you're looking to be on the high seas, Disney Cruise Line is offering some amazing deals right now for select sailings throughout this summer. So if you don't have plans or you can change your plans, you may want to look into this because you can save up to 30% on a lot of different Disney cruises right now. Pretty cool deal. So here are some of the sailings you can save up to 30% on. I'm going to zoom in on this so you can see it a little clearer. A lot of these are really, really cool. Like, look at that, a 10-night Eastern Caribbean. If you can get 10 nights off and do the Eastern Caribbean, man, you may want to take advantage of that. Also, some of the European cruises, if you can get over to Europe or if you're based in Europe, Norwegian fjords, Western European cruise, man, really, really amazing deals, up to 30% off. Now, know this about these deals. It is for a guaranteed cabin. And if you don't know what a guaranteed cabin is, it means that when you purchase it, you're basically just saying, I want to have a cabin within at least this category. And then they assign it to you later when they see what is available. Now, that doesn't mean that you will get that category. You will not go below that category. I'll say this. But you could be even upgraded to better. Like, say you get an ocean view guarantee, which on a Disney Cruise Line would be a window. You could get bumped up to a veranda, a balcony cabin, possibly. Wouldn't bet on it, but it is a possibility. Same with an inside cabin. You could be bumped up to an ocean view. Or I've even seen it where people have been bumped up on a guaranteed inside cabin to a balcony cabin. Again, no guarantees of that. The only guarantee is that you get a room within your category, but worth checking into. And, these are amazing cruises. If you can do it, definitely take advantage of it. Again, it's up to 30%. So some of these may not be 30%. Depends on your cabin category and everything. And you, by the way, you will need to pay for this fully at the time of booking. So know that going in as well. It's not just a matter of putting down deposit and, that there are no cancellations on this without paying that full thing. So know that going in. But amazing deals. And if you're a DVC member or a Disney Visa card holder, there's even better deals because I'm going to zoom in this again. You can not only get those bookings aboard the Disney Wish for these 3 and 4 night sailings through August and September. You can not only save up to 30% on some of these, but you also get $250 of onboard credit for these sailings. So if you're looking to book them aboard the Disney Wish for a shorter cruise, some of these are just weekend cruises. So you don't even need to take much time off. One day off of work, make it a long weekend. You can do it. Just amazing deals. And like I said, that goes for the Disney Visa card holders as well. So if you're one of those, you may want to, and they are bookable together. You will not need to just pick one or the other, the up to 30% off or the $250 of onboard credit. They come together. So definitely worth looking into. We have a cruise already booked. We're going to be on the DVC member cruise in early August. So unfortunately, not unfortunately, because we're very, very excited about that cruise. We've never been on a DVC member cruise, have nothing about them but amazing things about being on them. But if we were not, I think we'd be seriously looking at possibly doing one of these because what great deal, especially that 10-night Eastern Caribbean. Holy cow. I love longer cruises. Man, I'd be on board on that. But we have another great cruise book, so we'll be doing that instead. Also, this is fun. Yesterday, came out with a list of some of the things that are coming for those of you who and us who are subscribers to Disney Plus or Hulu or the package. There are some really enticing things that are going to come along that are called Disney Plus perks or Hulu perks. And again, zooming in on this, you can see it maybe a little bit there in the right corner. Lots of possibilities, including a chance to win a 4-night cruise aboard the Disney Destiny, a chance to win tickets to the Freakier Friday, the reboot or the sequel to Freaky Friday that's coming out this summer. But also all sorts of great deals. You already heard about maybe the $99 deal for rooms at the Walt Disney World Resort for those. That's $99 at the All-Star Resort. It's a little bit more for some of the, but still amazing deal. You probably have already looked into that if you're planning on staying this summer, but you should look into it more. But all sorts of things. Go check it out. Disney Plus perks. They have the entire list there. And man, good stuff coming. Good stuff. Thank you, Disney. I mean, I know we pay a lot for Disney, including Disney Plus, Walt Disney World, whatever. We pay a lot, but they're coming up with some amazing offers for some of us out there coming up soon. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, today happens to be National Creativity Day, so a day to be creative. Hopefully, I try and be creative most days on this show, at least a little bit creative. I know I kind of follow a format with it, but I try and be creative around it a little bit. We try and be creative with the podcast. I used to have a job where I was creative all the time. Like that's what I did. I was working in radio, being creative with the sound, how we would kind of promote the radio station, how we would work advertisements for people. That used to be my job. Miss it a little bit. I do miss it. Happy with my job now, but I miss that job quite a bit. But whatever. Be creative today. National Creativity Day. Be creative every day. Just have some fun. Enjoy. Make something. Do something. Do something fun for whatever it is. National Creativity Day. Today also is, well, this is something kind of creative, I guess. It's National Hug Your Cat Day. So if you're a cat person or if you just have cats around, today's the day to find them if they'll let you. Cats aren't always the ones that are like, yeah, they choose when they want to be loved. Let's be honest. I've had cats before. I know there are times they're like, yeah, I want you around. And there are times where like, I don't want any part of you. That's most humans for that matter. Cats, anyways, if your cat is welcome to it, today's a day to hug your cat. Absolutely. A little more maybe on the creative side. How about time to water your flowers? It is Water a Flower Day. So get out there. Hopefully you have some flowers. If you like gardening, that's a lot of fun. It can be very relaxing, very soothing. Today's a day to get out and water your flowers. Although it was pretty rainy last night here. I think nature took care of that for us last night around us. Don't know where you are, but we got dumped on last night later in the evening for sure. So nature watered the flowers for us. And I think it's going to do it again today at some point. And this is something you might use to water your flowers. It's Hole in a Bucket Day. That's right. There's a hole in my bucket day. And yes, you could use that to water your flowers or whatever. But I had to look into this because I love silly, interesting days. As you know, I've been doing some really silly ones recently. This is another silly one. This is based on a kid's song. Oh, you do know the song. I didn't know that song, Marianne. I didn't know that song. I'm glad you knew that. I had to check it out and find out what that song. So the song is "There's a Hole in a Bucket." It's a kid's song. Basically, it kind of goes, "There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza." And then Liza answers with, "Well, then fix it, dear Henry. What are you doing? Fix that bucket." Anyway, yeah, kid's song. And that's kind of where this comes from. So it's kind of a fun day for that. Showing that even though you've got a hole in your bucket, it still has worth. It still does carry a lot of water. You just may not get as much water there by the time it's in. But also it can be kind of a symbolize, maybe fixing some of the holes in your life where some things are leaking out and how you can fix that. So you can take it however you want. One thing you can do with a holy bucket is maybe just have it over your head so you can cool off, because today is National Heat Awareness Day. And yes, even though it's been raining the last few days here in Florida, it's been hot. It's been hot for a few weeks now, and it's only going to stay hot. You know, it's the summer. Hey, Donna, good morning. Good to see you here. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here this morning. Yeah, it's hot. It's going to be hot. It's been hot. And it's important to be aware of that heat and also know some key things. One, how to fight the heat, but also like knowing when you could be suffering from that heat with heat exhaustion or worse, heat stroke, which can be very, very dangerous. Both can, but very, very dangerous. But yeah, make sure, I always say this, and it's very, very true, especially when it's hot. It's true all the time. But when it's very, very hot, be sure and stay hydrated no matter where you are, but definitely when you're in the parks. Remember all those places where you can get water. You can get that free water, ice water, right at any place that has fountain drinks. Just ask for a cup of ice water. It doesn't cost you a thing. Don't spend money on those bottles of water. You want to save some money? Don't spend money on those bottles of water. Just get the free ice water. They have many, many water bottle refilling stations. They're getting more and more prevalent throughout the Disney parks where it's cool water. You can put it right into if you bring your own water bottle, you can put it right in there. Drink a lot of water. Try and stay out of the sun. Get in some air conditioning if they start to overheat a little bit. And remember, if you start seeing any of these symptoms you see over here on the right, Disney First Aid is there to help you out. So be sure and find them, get to them, know where they are, and if you need to do that, because man, it's Florida, and even in California at certain times of the summer, it can get very, very hot. But this is true no matter where you are. Not, of course, I'm talking about the Disney parks, but whatever. Heat awareness. Be aware of the heat because, man, it's getting hot. It is getting hot out there. Maybe you can cool off with this. I don't necessarily suggest the alcoholic version if you want to stay hydrated, but they have the non-alcoholic versions at the Mint Julep bar in Disneyland in New Orleans Square. It is Mint Julep Day, which is basically what a mint julep is. If you've never had one, it's basically some macerated, some crushed mint, some simple syrup, and bourbon. That is, and ice, of course. And that is a mint julep. If you like mint juleps that day. If you've ever had a mojito, it's a mojito rather than rum, it's with bourbon. But yeah, but they serve the Disneyland. There are very few places within Disneyland in California where you can actually just get alcohol. You kind of have to be at a table service restaurant to do it. There's only a couple places within there. So it's non-alcoholic there. So you can enjoy it. The kids can enjoy it, whatever. There at the Mint Julep bar within Disneyland. So yeah, I guess, again, don't recommend hydrating with it, especially the alcoholic ones, but you can enjoy one if that's what you desire, for sure. Hey, if it's your birthday today, a very happy birthday to you. Again, it is May 30th, 2025. Here are some of the amazing people that you celebrate your birthday with. How about great actor who's kind of gotten a bad rap over the years, but we really love him in a show that's out recently and Shrinking. Ted McGinley, he turned 67 today, born on this day in 1958. He plays Derek in Shrinking, which is a show we really, really, really love. But he's kind of got a bad rap in that he was joining a lot of shows, a lot of famous shows, television shows, kind of near the end of their run. And he was kind of known as the quote unquote patron saint of jumping the shark. Donna, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Donna. That's exciting. I hope you celebrate the heck out of it today. Happy birthday, Donna. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day today. Yay, everybody say happy birthday to Donna, please. Anyway, Ted McGinley, like I said, bad rap. He got put on some shows, Happy Days, Married with Children, The Love Boat, kind of near the end of their run. And so he kind of got this rap as this person that when he was brought on board, the show had jumped the shark. Essentially, it had reached its, it had stayed on too long. But it's not his great actor. He's a funny guy, and just because he got brought on to these shows near the end does not mean that it's all his fault. It is all his fault. So bad rap, but he is great. We love Derek on Shrinking, that show. amazing. How about great country music star, one of the best female country music stars of all time, Winona Judd. She turned 61 today, born on this day in 1964. She has 19 number one country music singles, both solo and as a part of the Judds, band that she was with, a duet with her mother, Naomi Judd. But she is as the part of the Judds, she's in the Country Music Hall of Fame. I'm sure she'll be in the Country Music Hall of Fame as a solo artist as well. But amazing, amazing career for her. And finally, you know me, hashtag Real Men Love Frozen. Well, we have to talk about Elsa herself, Idina Menzel. She turns 54 today, born on this day in 1971. Tony Award winner, Emmy Award winner, sort of Academy Award winner, not really, because really the Academy Award goes to the songwriters. But she obviously sang Let It Go, which won an Academy Award. But she's just been phenomenal in so many roles, kind of really, really famous for her Broadway stuff. She was in the original cast of Rent. Of course, she won a Tony Award for being the original Elphaba in Wicked. She was in the Wicked movie recently as well. And just an amazing career. She was Nancy in Enchanted, which is interesting to me because it's always amazing. And like that movie is a near perfect movie. I love Enchanted so very much. But it's interesting that in the original one, in the second one, Disenchanted, she gets a song. She never sings in Enchanted. It's like, how is Idina Menzel and that amazing voice in this movie, and she does not sing a word? It's just kind of crazy. But they kind of rectified that in Disenchanted. So anyway, happy birthday to all of them. Donna, very happy birthday to you. And of course, if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you as well. Shameless self-promotion time before I get out of here. We do have a new episode dropping this Sunday. We're excited. Next week, the debut of the new season of Phineas and Ferb, Disney Channel on June 5th, Disney Plus on June 6th, and we couldn't be more excited about it. So we will be talking a little bit about it, but more importantly, we will be bringing you our 5 favorite Phineas and Ferb songs. If you know this show, you know how important the music is. I don't think there's ever been an episode of Phineas and Ferb that has not had an original song within it. And some of them are phenomenal, fantastic, amazing. They go from educational to funny, all sorts of different music genres. We are going to go through our 5 favorites, and you know it's the Hyperion Adventures podcast, probably more than 5. So very exciting. Hey, if you have a list, if there's a Phineas and Ferb song you love or many, let us know. We want to share them on the show. Please let us know, because we're very excited to be doing that this weekend. So that's on Sunday. By the way, next week, I think what we're going to be doing for next week's episode, the night that Phineas and Ferb debuts on Disney Channel, we think we're going to be able to get that. We are going to be coming on once it airs afterwards live to be talking about those first few episodes of Phineas and Ferb, the new season of Phineas and Ferb. We're going to be talking with you live. We hope you'll join us. We'll give you an idea as we move forward as to what time that will be. We're going to be live, and then that will end up being our episode for that next week, talking about that's because we love this show. It's how much we love this show that we're willing to do 2 back-to-back episodes. If you don't, I apologize, but it's going to be fun because it's a great show, and we highly recommend you check it out. It's really, really good. Even if you've never seen it, seems like a kid's show, and it is, but there is a lot of humor for those of you, from us older kids, that the younger kids are not going to get. It is really, really good. Check out that show. I'm glad you think it sounds fun, Mariette. I hope you'll be there for it. Again, we'll let you know. We'll let you know as we get closer to it, exactly what time. But yeah, we're going to do that show live, and then that will be our episode, at least the main portion of our episode for later in the week, because next weekend, we're going to be out at Walt Disney World. So not this weekend, the next weekend, we'll be out at Walt Disney World. So we need to have that episode in the can before we head out to the most magical place on earth. All right. Gonna get out of here. Everybody have a wonderful day. It's Friday. Yay, you made it. Happy Friday, everybody. Have an amazing Friday. As I like to say every day, please, please, please keep on sharing that kindness. Keep on sharing those smiles. And of course, keep on sharing that positivity. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. It is the weekend, 8 a.m. to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody, have a magical day. I will see you tomorrow.